let's get to the other potential probable news at hand. One, Jamil Burroughs, defensive lineman, most notably out of Alabama. I was looking up his recruiting rankings. I could not find them. There were a bunch of N/A's all over the place as I went to 247 Sports. But what is your scouting report there, and your thoughts about, of course, enrolled at Miami? Everything looks good.
Yeah, you got to hit the drop-down arrows and select back to when he was in high school at McEachern in Georgia. He was a 3-star, 4-star borderline guy. He was invited to the opening finals. If you remember that event that used to go on the Nike recruiting trail thing. So like that was an elite collection of talent would go to the opening finals. And also he was an Army All-American in 2020. So yeah, this is a kid who has definite talent, got, maybe recruited over a little bit at Georgia at Alabama, because they're getting the cream of everybody's crop. You know what I mean? They're getting the top of the top of the top of the top, and a borderline 3-star, 4-star All-American, but maybe, if they have 75 kids in the All-American game, he's probably in the 50s to 60s. If you were to rank all of those kids, you're going to get recruited over, but he played last year at like 14 tackles, 5 tackles for loss in 11 games, I believe. Saw one of his teammates, one of the offensive linemen, said that he was a great pass rushing defensive tackle. And he was really looking forward to Jamil Burroughs having the opportunity to show his skills this upcoming year. They parted ways. I don't know if you remember, but there was rumors or a report of a player punching a strength and conditioning staffer in the face. That would be this guy. So, yeah. Hey, it happens. But people make mistakes and they move forward. And if you want to make a direct connection, like there was another defensive tackle who left his previous school, transferred to Miami after having gotten into a physical altercation with someone, and that worked out very well for Miami and that player. And if you remember, that was Gerald Willis III leaving Florida after getting into a physical altercation, punching teammates, not staffers, and transferring to Miami. So, like, if you want to say, hey, we're here for the kid and want to give second chances and things like that, like we've done that in other situations. Also, he's apparently been on campus for a while. He's enrolled at the University of Miami, which I did not look, but let's look right now. University of Miami academic calendar for the fall of 23. So if we look at the academic calendar, come on, that one. Sorry, I had to click a button. But the last day of registration is today. Hey, there we go. So that actually probably just ended. So as long as he was enrolled for this semester by the end of business today, so a couple hours ago, he's fully enrolled in school, so he should be able to be on scholarship and things like that. But, according to everybody, around, as this news came out today, he's been enrolled. So, yeah, that adds a player with some kind of talent and definite experience from Alabama, at the defensive tackle position for the Hurricanes. I believe Burrow will play, not start. But look, you add a player at a desperate position of need from a probable a rotation role, if not more, at Alabama, if not for his nefarious punching people and whatnot in the past. But this is not a 1-to-1 replacement for David Stone or any of the other players, Justin Scott or whomever, that Miami has missed on at defensive tackle in this recruiting class, because you need those guys from high school for the long-term trajectory future of the program. However, adding a player of this caliber to this roster at that position is really good work. He has a couple of years left, I believe. He's a first-time transfer, so this is not a situation where you should need waivers or anything like a Darrell Jackson as a second-time transfer who put in for that and got rejected when he left Miami to go to Florida State. Jamil Burroughs, he went to Alabama, was at Alabama, left Alabama, and came here. And hey, look, it should feel very comfortable for him. You got Javion Cohen on this team. You got Tyler Harrell, who was there on this team. You know what I mean? Like, you got a couple of players, and then there's other guys who were recruited from, you know, the general areas and whatnot. So there's other Georgia natives on this roster that he can connect with and everything. This should feel pretty good for Jamil Burroughs. And I think for everybody involved, you know, with the Miami Hurricanes, this should be, you know, it's not a world-changing addition. You know, this is not Caleb Williams being dropped out of the sky and all of a sudden turning you into a ACC championship and national championship contender. This is not that. However, a small step is still a step, and I'll take it.